So I just saw Captain America Brave New World, and I kind of, sort of, maybe liked it. I don't know. Let me follow that by saying, I don't think this is a good movie. At all. It's a Frankenstein's monster of a movie that was clearly reshot to hell and is trying too hard to be a sequel to too many things. The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, Eternals, The Incredible Hulk, Endgame, etc., etc., when it should have just been a coherent movie about Captain America first and foremost. Poor Anthony Mackie gets shafted in his own movie as we pay witness to Marvel basically going, yeah, here's our explanation for everything we set up in prior movies that we weren't bothered to show until now, at the cost of Sam Wilson going through the same arc he went through in his show. But worse.
They're the same picture.
Basically, it's once again Sam doubting is he deserving of the mantle of Captain America, as well as his regrets on not taking the super soldier serum, which would be good and dandy if we didn't already see it done better 4 years ago. Also doesn't help that some of Sam's great supporting cast didn't even show up in this show, besides Joaquin the New Falcon and Isaiah Bradley, and a 2-second cameo from Bucky. Instead, for some reason, we got Hulk characters, and... But hey, at least Harrison Ford is actually trying in this movie. He even turns red because, spoiler alert, he's the Red Hulk. Did you know he was the Red Hulk? It was supposed to be a big surprise, but they ruined it in the fucking trailer.
I don't care.
So, if you look past the fact that this Captain America movie doesn't really have a lot of Captain America elements, well, what are we left with? Well, this movie revolves around the return of one of the most iconic Marvel villains ever. And no, we aren't talking about Paste Pot Pete. So, after 17 long years, Tim Blake Nelson finally makes his grand return as the leader. And was all the hype and build-up worth it? Well, it's fine. I feel like a good chunk of his scenes were cut, and the promo art clearly shows he had a different design from the final film. But what does one of the smartest men in the Marvel Universe have to battle the likes of Captain America? Well, let's look at his intricate and cunning plan. Stearns is pissed because ever since the events of The Incredible Hulk, President Ross has kept him prisoner and has been using his enhanced intelligence to further progress his own career and life, while holding Stearns' freedom over him like dangling keys. Ross, of course, doesn't let him go, and shit goes south. So Stearns plans to ruin Ross's reputation by ruining his planned treaty with other countries over the metal that was found in the dead Celestial in the Indian Ocean from Eternals. What is that metal? Well, it's adamantium. Yes, I'm not kidding, adamantium, like from Wolverine. Why is it in an Eternal? That's too much to talk about now, so let's just keep going. So he hires the Serpent Society, led by Giancarlo Esposito's character, who, on a side note, felt like he was added later in research to steal the only sample of adamantium from Japan, so they have to get the sample back and bring it to the White House. Then he uses the song Mr. Blue to mind control people into trying to kill Ross and the other world leaders when they all meet at the White House. This causes further division between the countries as they all fight to get the adamantium first, and this is all a ploy to get Ross to lose his cool and Hulk out. But how is he hulking out? Well, remember, Ross's heart problems in Civil War? No. Well, the leader was making pills to keep Ross alive, and they were juiced with gamma radiation, which slowly made him the Hulk, and his tantrum would cause Ross's reputation to be ruined, and Stearns to finally be free. Have you seen the problem with all this yet? No? I'll give you a second. Oh yeah, it's the fact that Sam Wilson could have been taken out of this plot entirely and nothing would be changed. You can make the argument that Isaiah Bradley's involvement in the plot is Sam's reason for being here, but honestly, you could have put any other Marvel character in this story and nothing would have been changed at all. In fact, I can think of another character they clearly planned this story for, but clearly didn't have the rights for. Perhaps someone green, anger issues, likes to smash stuff. But nah, he's too busy on alien planets and having children that the mainstream audience won't remember. Hell, I barely remember, and I just rewatched She-Hulk like a month ago. The biggest sin this movie commits isn't that it's a Hulk movie disguised as a Captain America movie, isn't that it has Sabra in it, isn't the fact that it's kind of boring and really could have been a lot better. The biggest sin this movie commits is that it wastes Anthony Mackie. The guy clearly cares a lot about this character and really puts his all into this film.
A black man taking on the role of Captain America and be the first one, man. What does that hold for you?
It means everything. I mean, look, my grandfather was a sharecropper. My dad was a roofer, and I'm Captain America. Benjamin E. Mays said, we study agriculture so that our kids can study math and science, so that our grandkids can study the arts. That's the American dream.
And in my honest opinion, he's really the best actor in the film. Even in the reshoots, he's still trying his damnedest, and the one thing this movie does do right is proving that Sam Wilson, as little as he has to do in this movie, is Captain America, through and through, with or without the serum.
You think if you had that serum, you'd be able to protect all the people you care about. Steve had it, and he couldn't. You're a human being, and you're doing your best. Steve gave people something to believe in, but you give him something to aspire to.
He's definitely going to shine in the next Avengers movies, where he's set to lead the team. The poor director Julius Ona also clearly had a vision for this film, but apparently things got so muddled behind the scenes that it basically wasn't his movie by the end. And that sucks, because I wouldn't want to promote a movie that basically wasn't my intention or vision or artistic dream. And he also got screwed over by this movie. It's a shame, because in another lifetime, I think this movie could have been really good. But for now, all we have is a movie that, while shot very well, has a great deal of color compared to other recent sludge in Marvel's library. I'm looking at you, Deadpool and Wolverine. And I'm hoping that Captain America actually will reach a brave new world. But for now, it's still the same old mess. At least Mackie finally got the one-up Tom Holland.
I haven't seen the Falcon. Oh no, there isn't one. Sorry.
Hey, Tom, looking forward to seeing you when I get to London, baby. You're beautiful.
And you got your movie.
Oh, that goes without saying. I don't state the obvious.